So there's been a lot of talk about whether AI is good or bad, or if it's going to replace humans, or if it's going to end the world. The real question you need to ask yourself is, can you afford to not use AI?
AI assistants could actually allow us to do better science and discover things.
So many of you will be out of your vocation unless you do something that a damn machine cannot do.
AI is real. AI is profound.
Is tremendously advantageous in raising productivity and doing things.
Everything that you can do intellectually will be meaningless in another 10 to 15 years' time. So you must be equipped with something beyond your intellect.
If you can't beat them, you might as well join them. A recent article in Forbes says that in the next 6 years, there will be over 100,000 humanoid robots deployed in the real world. Even Elon Musk, one of the biggest critics and users of AI, says that by 2029, which is just 5 short years away, AI will be smarter than all humans combined. And with those type of predictions, whether you're a content creator, accountant, or underwater pizza deliverer, that's a real job. Not using AI is costing you thousands of dollars and grinding away at your life 1 second at a time. Today, we're gonna look at how AI is shaping industries already, its benefits, and some common misconceptions, as well as some ways that you can use AI right now to get ahead of the pack. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see my top picks for AI productivity apps. Practically every industry is using AI in one way or another, if not directly, then through vendors or contractors. And the entire point of this video is that if you are not currently using AI, then you are falling behind on a technology that's gonna be mainstream anyway. I mean, it sounds crazy, but there's no stopping it. It was a natural progression from the internet. And I feel like we've passed the point of early adoption. Whether you wanna admit it or not, it's become a part of everyday life. And you can kind of compare this trajectory or phenomenon to social media. A lot of people were very hesitant to adopt social media early on, and I know because I was one of them. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X. I remember when these things were just starting and it was just a way for people to say things that they wouldn't say in person. A few years later, and every Fortune 500 company has a Facebook page or an Instagram page, and the president is making official statements on Twitter. And you hear more about TikTok from Congress than you do about taxes or the Congressional Budget Office. The moral here is that when you see the writing on the wall, you better start taking notes. Just last month, NASA named its first chief AI officer, and they've been using AI for decades and are really at the leading edge of its development. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission also named their first chief AI officer in May, and a number of tech or other Fortune 500 companies have already filled this position or are actively recruiting for it. Many of the big consultant firms or banks like EY or PwC or Citi and JP Morgan Chase already have AI assistant apps that are deployed in production and becoming more commonplace every day.
There's every single process. So errors, trading, hedging, research, every app, every database, you can be applying AI.
AI applications can make you faster, more productive, and in a world of non-AI users, it can turn you into a superhero. And this is what many companies are starting to realize, that if they don't get on board, they're gonna get left behind. Elimination of repetitive tasks is one of the biggest practical uses for AI, which frees you up to do the more important tasks of being creative or strategic. I will say a lot of the low-hanging fruit thus far has been AI doing creative things like writing books or making songs, but this is just really imitation and a waste of this technology. But there's a whole nother video about that, so let's stay on topic. In order to really be at the forefront of AI, we have to see this technology as a way to augment human capabilities and not replace them. Things like improved decision making, where AI can process enormous amounts of data in seconds and allow you to make quicker and better decisions, or even fact check and analyze speech patterns and behavior in real time. Imagine coming to your next negotiation or debate, or even buying a car with an expert in everything in your pocket. There are apps that can listen to conversations, analyze data, and give you all the information you need to make the best decision in that moment. There's also accessibility improvements. We talked about some a few videos ago with Neuralink and the brain implants, allowing users with disabilities to essentially control computers with their mind. But things like exoskeletons or prosthetics that link with the human brain would not be possible without AI. Now, there are some real risks with AI and some common misconceptions, but the biggest risk is not using AI and not understanding it. It's here, and everybody is doing it anyway. It's kind of like steroids in baseball. Job displacement is one of the things you hear all the time. And it's true, just like any other disruptive innovation, there will be some jobs that are lost. That is inevitable. But when we stopped using the horse and buggy, horse mechanics got over it. And although the aftermarket buggy industry imploded, I don't think anybody wants to go back to that.
Folks, people have to take a deep breath, okay? Technology's always replaced jobs. Your children will live to 100 and not have cancer because of technology.
So yes, jobs will be lost, but jobs will be gained also. Jobs in AI development, AI management, AI everything. So instead of fighting it, start retooling now and be at the front of the industry shift. It's like jobs in technology a while back, or jobs in security. When every commercial you see is telling you how they can get you a six-figure job just by having their proprietary cert, it's already too late. Get into AI now so you can be there on the ground floor. You also always hear how AI is going to end the world. Look, I love a good apocalyptic story more than the next guy. But the truth is, we think everything is going to end the world. A few years ago, everybody was scared of gluten. What the hell is gluten anyway? So there is always something that's going to spell doom for all mankind. And I don't want to make this a political video, but the only way that we can really ensure our survival is by electing better leaders. And if I can get up on my soapbox for just 2 seconds, this idea that there's a right or a left or a us versus them, or one side of the population that's against the other side of the population, it is not true. We need leaders that support the advancement of all humanity. And nowadays, everyone's just doing whatever they can to just stay in office, to get reelected again. Okay, my rant is over. Gluten didn't kill us. The virus that won't be named didn't kill us. Nukes haven't killed us yet. So let's start to focus on how we can use AI to improve our lives, not how we can steal actors' images and not pay them, or how we can make a song with Tupac, Eminem, and Elvis Presley that none of them actually recorded. This is exactly why aliens don't visit us. Another hesitation for people over AI is the perceived complexity. But most AI tools are simply just plug and play and have pretty user-friendly interfaces that allow you to start it up and get right to work. And just think about it. Most people have no idea how electricity works, but that does not stop them from turning on the lights. Now that's enough on concerns. What I want to focus on now are the applications that exist today that could help improve your productivity and save you time and money and give you the edge over people that are still sitting on the sideline. There will be a link in the description of all the apps that I talk about in this video. So if something catches your eye, don't worry about writing it down right now. And disclaimer, nobody sponsored this video. I'm nowhere near big enough for that. These are just my personal opinion on some of the apps that I would recommend looking into. Otter AI. This is an app that transcribes meetings for you in real time. It listens to your meetings and writes down who said what and allows you to search through all of the dialogue for specific moments or keywords. You can use this in Zoom meetings, classrooms, whatever. And being able to cut right to the part that you want to hear or that you need to review will save you hours. I think this is a great tool, especially like I said, for productivity. Cut that part out. You didn't need to say all that. The next app on my list is Reclaim AI. This is a smart calendar app which works with Google Calendar and a bunch of other applications. It automatically schedules your tasks, meetings, and personal time to optimize your day. The next app is Gemini Advanced. This is Google's AI assistant. It used to be called Bard. I use this app all the time for research or to bounce ideas off of. The advanced version seems a lot more intuitive and generally understands what you're asking of it the first time without you having to train it. OpenAI's ChatGPT is very similar. I oftentimes use both of them. They both respond very quickly to all types of random questions, like what is the weather like in Dogana, San Marino, in Italy? Or tell me the real reason World War I started. Airgram is a meeting assistant AI. It's similar to Otter. It records and transcribes meetings and creates a summary, highlighting key takeaways and action items. And it currently supports up to 8 different languages. The next app is Woebot, W-O-E bot, like woe is me, woe is me. Now this is a very interesting app because it is a conversational therapist. It engages you in daily conversations, checking in on you using a technique called cognitive behavioral therapy and a number of others to help users develop coping mechanisms and healthy habits. With the focus on mental health being at an all-time high, I think apps like this are super important and really a way where AI can make a huge impact where people might be feeling. With this app, you can personalize it and it proactively identifies negative thought patterns and offers strategies activities to help improve mood and motivation. And because it's an app that you can have discreetly on your phone, it removes the stigma that might come along with going to therapy. And the last app that I'm going to talk about is TickTick. This is a to-do list app designed to help you stay organized and productive. It's very customizable with a number of built-in features, including task creation, calendar integration, habit tracking, and something called the Pomodoro Tracker, which is a time management technique that breaks work into intervals. As far as creativity and writing apps, we will cover that in the next video, because honestly, these things should be used sparingly and not as an asset creation tool, but as a refinement tool. Stop doing this with your hands. I hope this video inspires you to get up and look for ways that AI can help improve your productivity and make you a more efficient creator or accountant or professional hugger, whatever your path in life is. And if you find any of the tools I mentioned helpful, there are links in the description. Some may come with a limited time offer, some may not. And if you found this video helpful or want to see more on topics like this, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.